Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with an absolutely disgusting, vile, repellent recording of the Bach solo cello suites by Russian cellist Anastasia Kobekina. I actually thought that I had heard the nadir of horrible Bach playing when Angela East released her recording of these pieces, which are reviewed at ClassicsToday.com. Please, if you're an insider subscriber, go have a look. They were just ridiculous. So are these. They're even worse. Actually, yeah, they are worse. Well, maybe they're just as bad. Once you reach a certain floor, it's sort of hard to go beneath it. Though they try. She definitely tries. So as you can see, this cello here, she plays two Stradivarius cellos, violoncello piccolo in this sixth suite. She uses gut strings and Baroque bows, 5 different ones, I think the notes say. But, the notes speak for themselves. Let's take a look, shall we? First, there's this usual thing. Happily, they put the discs, unhappily, in the outer flaps here. That's where the discs are. And in the central flap, there's the notes. So I see if I can get them out. Oh, there they go. That was good. Oops. Hang on. Wait a minute. There we go. Okay. So here we have El Bucco, which naturally contains a lengthy essay by Madame Kobekina herself. So let's see what she says. That's too long to read all of it. Let's just take some excerpts, shall we? The dialectic nature of Bach's suites, their internal dialogue and contradictions. They have contradictions. I can really tell. Has always fascinated me. The language is abstract, architectural, rational, logical, and at the same time passionate, emotional, and deeply personal to the performer. Truly the Apollonian and the Dionysian. But where does the balance lie? Does one even exist? No! The answer is no! There is no balance. It doesn't exist. Not here. Of course, people like Heinrich Schiff, if you want period instruments, Honor Bilsma, Paul Tortelier. All kinds of people. Yo-Yo Ma. They find balance. It exists. But, if you have to ask the question, you gotta wonder. Anyway, let's see. And then we have the last paragraph here, which I think is just fun. This is not music for me to impose some definitive meaning on beyond the notes themselves. That's also true. This performance is gibberish. It has no meaning. The space for interpretation is shared, mine and yours. And I believe more in embracing the mystery of the unknown. That's true. You never know what the hell she's going to do next. It's totally unknown. Totally and completely. The abstract, the infinite inherent in the music. That is the greatness of these suites. They are and will always be an open question, eternally inviting us to listen, explore, and to find ourselves within their single, ever-unfolding line. Oh, come on. How much bullshit do these people have to spew? But anyway, all right, so that's the BS element. It's Kobekina's own way too lengthy note. She talks too much. Then we've got the photos. Look at that. It's a beautiful photo of her. She looks absolutely miserable, which sort of tells you all you need to know about how the performances sound, doesn't it? Then we've got, let's see. She's a photographer, by the way. See, she has a camera. She's got a cello in the back and a camera in the front, suggesting that perhaps her genuine interest is more in photography than cello playing. And each suite, this is just like Angela East. You remember Angela East's thing? She had a picture of herself, and each suite was color-coded with a picture of her in some sort of dress. The best was the giant spider web that she was trapped in. But here we don't have that. Kobekina takes pictures of other things, and only in black and white, because I mean, that's art, right? Like you've got the train tracks, the subway train or whatever that is there. That's suite number 1. Suite number 2, because it's in D minor, mind you, has what looks like a couple of sort of tombstones, but it's hard to tell. They're gray on gray. Suite number 3. Oh, look. Yes, it's steps. Of course, this is exactly what I think of when I hear suite number 3. Steps, sideways steps, sideways and backwards and upside down steps or something like that. Suite number 4. Well, this is actually rather a cool photo. I like this photo. It's very interesting. What the hell it is, I have no clue, but it's certainly interesting. Suite number 5. Let's see the C minor one. It's like, oh yes, this is definitely C minor. It's a lonely person by the tram. There it is. Look at that. Oh yes, more urban stuff, because the Bach cello suites are just so urban and locomotive. And then finally, number 6 for violoncello piccolo, fun time. Oh, look at that. It's fun time in some very desolate place. There we go. That's number 6 with the violoncello piccolo. Now, oh my God, I didn't see this. Holy crap. Look at that. It's the headless cellist. That's so deep. It's so meaningful. It's the mystery of the infinite that we hear in the Bach suites. Okay, so much for the pictures. Why is the playing crap? Well, first of all, the preludes. Let's just take the preludes. The preludes are so beautiful. The purpose of listening to the preludes is to sort of set up, each prelude sets up the essential tonality and harmony of the suite to follow, clearly. And they are harmonic studies. Often the harmony is implied because you're only dealing with a single line. So they're arpeggio studies for the most part. And all you need to do is arpeggiate. By the way, she doesn't use an end pin. She needs an end pin. I mean, girl, you need an end pin. Put the end pin back, please. Anyway, throughout these performances, her rhythm is so wayward. It's so pushed and pulled and tossed. They call it personal. Actually, I read a bunch of reviews about this set before I heard it myself. I was curious to see what people were saying. And the reason I'm reviewing this at all is because one of you asked me to. They said something like, oh, have you heard her stunning new, or just listen to it? And I don't know. Someone suggested it. So I said, oh, God, another Bach cello suite. But yes, and it is personal, but not in a good way. I mean, the music itself has certain inherent things that it has to do. And those preludes, especially the arpeggio preludes, need a sense of direction. They are patterns that need to be repeated with reasonable literalness. Of course, you could have a little expressive bit at some, major harmonic nodes, but this is just a disaster of just randomness. Random, each pattern is a different shape. Well, that's not what Bach wrote. It just isn't. And the thin, wiry tone, it's that end pin again. I mean, it's really, really, really bad. The D minor prelude, Bach in D minor is always sort of like fun, right? There's the D minor keyboard concerto, BWV 1052, and the D minor chaconne for solo violin and all that stuff. Well, here we've got, the prelude, 4 minutes and 29 horrific seconds. The saraband, oh my God, 4 minutes and 20 seconds of shapeless, tawdry. That's the word, tawdry. It's ugly, and it has no feeling of direction. She talks about the perpetually unfolding line. There is no line here, because at every point the shape changes. the emphasis changes, the accents change, and there's no way to tell that there's actually a line that goes through these pieces. It's just ugh. I mean, the courants, they're usually quick, but the way that she bunches notes together and throws away the ends of phrases and doesn't allow any kind of sort of harmonic resolution at the end of a cadence where Bach writes them. I mean, the Gigue from number 3 is like, everybody's favorite piece from these suites. Dum bum ba da 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 dum bum ba da 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 da. It's a 1 2 3 1 2 3, very folk-like. It has the sort of drone bass part, and then you've got that wonderful payoff, where the harmony is so pungent. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It's like garlic. It's phenomenal. I've never heard a less rhythmic, buoyant, jolly. I mean, it should be. It's happy. It's friendly. It's jolly music. It's just every single thing she does. She slows up. She speeds down. She does weird staccato. It's just, so ugly. My God, it's ugly. And so it goes. I mean, it's good that she uses a violoncello piccolo in the 4th suite. I mean, in the 6th suite, pardon me. It really is, because it has a very high tessitura, but she doesn't make anything of it. She destroys the timbral originality of the music by playing it as like slash and burn, hack and chop. Anyway, and then to add insult to injury, this is the most awful recording sonically that you've ever heard in your life. I mean, these are really not suites for solo cello. These are quartets. It's very funny. She says at the back, they say at the back, 2 cellos, 13 gut strings, no end pin, that sort of thing. 3 cellos, a piccolo, a thing, and 5 bows. No, these are quartets for instrument and fingerboard, because the way she attacks the notes are click, 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 click. You hear every single attack or stroke of her fingers on the fingerboard. She must have like suction cups at the end of her fingertips. So she goes like that. So it's for cello, fingerboard, and her right and left sinuses, which are the loudest sinuses you've ever heard in your life. It's dum bum bum dum bum dum bum 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 bum. And what blew my mind about this, it's unlistenable. The percussive effects, the heavy breathing, the snorting, what really makes it insane is that the other reviews that I read of this, they don't mention this. There is a style of criticism out there these days on the internet by, certain soi-disant critics, which holds that every performance is interesting to the extent it's different from every other performance. They all say the same thing. Yes, they read the notes. They're very personal interpretations. Yes, they're personal, but they're also disgusting and loathsome and vile and unmusical and hideously recorded. And one person says, well, there's some performance noise, but of course nobody cares. Yes, we care. We want to hear Bach. We don't want to hear her respiratory system on overload. Just terrible. Absolutely a disgusting disgrace. And all too typical of what's going on today in the classical music world. People do anything. They think they can do anything. They set up the microphones. They don't care what it sounds like. And this is the result. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.